So hi everyone, welcome to this Q&A session on data science and careers in data science, big data, etc. My name is Atash and I'll be taking you through this session today. What's the agenda for the day? So initially allow us a few moments to introduce ourselves, introduce Edvancer, who are we, who am I, then I'll take you through some of the details of the Certified Data Science Specialist course by Edvancer, for which also we'll be answering your questions at the end of this session. Post that, I'll be taking you through a brief overview of what exactly are the career aspects of data science. And at the end of this session, probably in about half an hour from now, I'll open up the floor for questions and answers. So feel free to ask any question you may have, and I'll be happy to answer the same. So about Edvancer. So Edvancer is an IIT alumni venture, and it is a data science knowledge hub where we are meeting the learning needs of all kinds of professionals and enthusiasts, be it people like you who are new to data science, or many of the data science professionals who want to upskill themselves into newer technologies and newer areas. We are there to meet the learning needs of all such people. If any one of you has gone through some of the popular blogs and magazines like Analytics India Magazine or Analytics Vidya, you would have noticed that they have rated us as one of India's top analytics and data science training institutes. Recently, CIO Review magazine rated us as one of India's 50 most promising big data companies. Silicon India gave us the Big Data Training Institute of the Year award. So all of these are, third-party kind of verifications and testimonials as to our capabilities in terms of training you. Is my voice clear for all of you? Just a check. It is. Okay, that's good. So what we do is we provide online training in data science so that people like you can learn from anywhere and anytime they want. And how exactly you can do that, I'll just come to shortly. Over the last 3.5 years or so, we have trained more than 3,700 people globally in data science. And today, all of them stand testament to our capabilities in terms of training. Who am I? My name is Atash Shah. I am the co-founder and CEO at Edvancer. Before starting Edvancer, I had over 6 years of experience in the investment banking and equity analytics industry. I have worked with global investment banks like Lehman and Nomura. I'm a postgraduate in management from IIM Lucknow, and I'm also a bachelor's in engineering from Mumbai University. My co-founder on the analytics vertical is Mr. Lalit Sachan. He has over 5 years of experience in business analytics, working on end-to-end analytics projects. In terms of his educational background, he has completed his post-graduation from Indian Statistical Institute, Calcutta, and he's a B.Tech from IIT Kanpur. So basically, Edvancer is an IMIT ISI alumni startup. Just one thing before I proceed further. I'm sure a lot of you will have quite a few questions. Just do remain patient for the next 20 to 25 minutes, and I'll be happy to take up any questions you have. So what is the Certified Data Science Specialist course all about, for which we are holding this session also today? Well, this is a comprehensive course in data science. This is a course where you learn actually how to solve business problems through data science and machine learning using various technologies and tools. So in this course, you are going to learn everything from the basics onwards, and you are going to learn some of the most popular tools used in the world of data science, which are SQL, R, SAS, and Python. Apart from that, you are going to learn various statistical techniques and predictive analytics techniques, and you're also going to learn a lot of machine learning techniques in this course. In this course, you're not just going to learn it from a theoretical perspective. This course is very, very hands-on and very, very practical and industry oriented. You are going to learn through over 20 real world case studies, and you are going to work on 9 projects in this course. So with so much of practical exposure and hands-on exposure, uh, you will definitely learn in a way which employers want you to learn. You will learn the tools and techniques in the way that we actually teach our corporate clients. And you're going to learn all the practical skills that employers need from their new hires. So the course is designed in such a way that it will create data science professionals who are well armed to deliver on the job on day one. So you don't really need to be trained by anyone post this course. It is more than sufficient for you to start working on your job on day one itself. It has been designed by people who are working in this industry as data scientists with a combined 30 years of experience between them. So they know exactly what the industry requires, and that is what they are put into the course. How does exactly the course work? So we have two methods of learning this course. One is the live instructor-led online class, and the second is the self-paced video-based plus faculty support option. What are the differences here and how exactly do they work? So in terms of the live instructor-led online class, the mode of learning is 120 hours of live instructor-led classes, which are held online. So today you are sitting in an online class. I am teaching you, or I am talking to you live, and you can also interact, with me, ask your questions, doubts. For the day today, I've kind of restricted you to asking your questions only at the end of my session, and that is because we have a lot of people in this session, well over 100 people, and it would be very difficult to answer your questions while we are going through the session. During our actual classes of the course, we'll have far fewer people, and hence you can ask your questions and doubts anytime during the class, just like you would in a normal classroom. So this way you'll have about 120 hours of live instructor-led learning held online. Plus we also offer you 20 hours of video-based learning. The faculty support that you get is, as I said, live in-class doubt solving, and we also have a comprehensive learning management system where you have a forum where you can put up your questions during the week, and we will answer your questions over there. Any longer discussions, etc., you can send us emails or we can set up scheduled calls. It is a 20 weekend program, that is 20 Saturdays, 20 Sundays. Every Saturday and Sunday you attend 3 hours of online classes, and so it gets over in about 40 classes or so. We provide you lifetime access to all kinds of material, reading material, project material, data sets, codes, and each and every class gets recorded. So the recordings are made available to you for your lifetime. So later on, if you have missed a class or you want to revise or you are preparing for interviews, you can go through the videos of the classes and it would be like sitting in the class again. This is something which a normal classroom will never be able to provide you. And this is a lifetime access for you. You get a certificate from Edvancer at the end of this course based on the projects that you are working on. As I said, there are 9 projects for you to work on, and we will evaluate you on them. There are a certain number of mandatory projects that you have to do to clear this course. So at the end of completing the projects, we will certify you, and the certification is highly relevant and valid in the industry because we train a lot of top companies in this industry, and I'll showcase the same to you soon. The fees for the live instructor-led online class is originally 66,000 plus tax, but currently till the 9th of August, we are offering a 35% discount. So that works out to 42,990 rupees plus GST. That is 18% GST. And right now till Monday, you can just pay 5,000 to reserve your seat, and the rest you can pay before our next batch begins, which is 12th of August. Saturday and Sunday, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. is the timing, right? So our next batch starts on next Saturday, that is 12th of August. 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. will be your timings all through the course. The self-paced video-based plus faculty support option is where you learn through 140 hours of recorded videos at your time and pace, right? So here you are not attending the classes live. You'll be going through recorded class videos of the classes held in the past for previous batches, and you can learn at your pace and time. You don't need to devote these 6 hours on the weekend. You can go through it during the week, at night, in the morning, whenever you are free. The faculty support is here. Obviously, since you are not attending live classes, you cannot ask your class doubts in the class. But as I mentioned earlier, there's a forum where you can put up your questions, and we will also provide support to you over email and schedule phone calls whenever you need. There are no timelines as far as the self-paced option is concerned. You are free to learn at your own pace. Because you have lifetime access to all the material, you can do it whenever you want. The certification process remains the same, or the course curriculum, content, everything remains the same. It's just that you are not attending the live classes. The fees, again, post a 35% discount, is 32,500 till the 9th of August. And obviously, there are no batches, so you can start off anytime, even right now, if you need. So, what exactly are we going to train you on this course, and how is it really going to help you going forward? So as I mentioned earlier, here you are going to be trained on all the, almost, I would say, mandatory tools for a data scientist, which is SQL, R, SAS, and Python. And apart from that, all the relevant statistical and mathematical techniques of analyzing data, which are there in predictive analytics and machine learning. So here you will initially, we'll take you through an introduction to data science, analytics, what exactly are the methodologies, through a case study. You'll have access to about 6 hours of videos on SQL to go through. So SQL you'll be learning only through videos, not through live classes. The rest of the sessions can be all done through live classes. Uh, so we'll be training you initially, as I said, we'll be training you on all the basics of everything that we teach you. So when we start off, we'll start learning R. We'll train you on the basics of R. Then we'll set the base for business analytics or predictive analytics by training you on basic statistics, visualizing data in R, cleaning and preparing data in R. Then we'll come to the core of the analytics part, which is the predictive analytics or predictive modeling, where we'll train you on advanced statistical techniques of analyzing data like regression techniques, clustering techniques, tree-based models, random forests, time series forecasting, etc., and then take you through a real-world case study discussion. So all of that will be done over about 30 hours or so, the predictive analytics part. And then we'll train you again starting on SAS right from the basics onwards. So base SAS, advanced SAS, undertaking predictive analytics in SAS. So on SAS, we'll be training you for approximately 15 hours or so. And then we'll take you through the machine learning and Python part, where we'll train you on Python, on the basics of Python also, and we'll train you on all the relevant machine learning techniques. So that will be for a total of 48 hours. So all in total, you'll be learning for about 120 hours plus 6 hours of videos on SQL. Sorry, excuse me. Right. So each of these modules, you'll have case studies to go through, you'll have assignments to work on, and as I said earlier also, there are many projects also to work on. Now, this data science specialization course is actually a combination of three of our courses, which is the data analyst with SQL course, the business analytics with R and SAS course, and the data scientist with Python course. So it's a combo program which gives you all the relevant tools and technologies to start a career as a data scientist in this industry. Who are the faculty? The faculty are all industry professionals who have between 4 to 10 years of experience in data science across various domains. So they have worked in this industry for quite a long time. They have worked across areas and fields like marketing, BFSI, retail, telecom, supply chain, etc. Apart from their years of training experience, they also have a lot of years of work experience. They also have a lot of training experience with them. So they have trained thousands of students between them over the last couple of years, and not only do they know their subject, but they also know how to impart the knowledge of their subject to you guys. So that is something very important from a faculty perspective, that a faculty should not only know uh, his subject, the technologies, the techniques, etc. very well, but he should also know how to teach those things, right? Because if he doesn't know how to teach, then it's no good having that knowledge and having him as a faculty. So in terms of their educational backgrounds, they come from some of the premier institutes like IITs, ISI, NITs, various top universities of this country. So today I can proudly say that some of the best faculty in data science actually work with Edvancer, right? Who are our corporate clients? Well, these are just some of the names that we thought we'll showcase here on one slide. So we work with the who's who of the industry as far as training is concerned. We have trained companies like HP, PwC, Ernst& Young, Deloitte, Microsoft, L&T, GE, Colgate-Palmolive, etc., and many, many other companies apart from these. So all of these people are, I mean, all of these companies, we provide them the same course and the same curriculum that we provide to you, and we provide them their people the same certification that we are going to provide to you. So this is where our certification is highly valid in the industry. And apart from that, quite often some of these companies come to us, looking to hire. So we also help them on the hiring front. So let's get to the section on careers in data science before we, start with the Q&A part. So what's the market buzz on data science like, right? Uh, the worldwide data science big data market is expected to grow to $200 billion from $130 billion by 2020, is what the International Data Corporation says. So there's a huge growth which is expected in this industry going forward. IBM says 83% business leaders have globally identified analytics as their top priority. McKinsey talks about a shortage of 1.5 million business analytics professionals next year. And this is just in the United States. This is not even around the world. So a tremendous shortage in just one country, and a lot of that shortage is going to be met by people in India, data scientists in India. And that's going to create a huge boom for data scientists in this country too. India has become a global analytics hub. Next big job boom is in analytics, 250,000 job openings, etc. So there's a lot of buzz around this field, right? A lot of buzz you might also have heard. But what does the kind of data itself say? So if any one of you has gone through Indeed.com, which is a global job portal, they provide something called as a job trends engine, and in that job trends engine, if you put in a term or a word, it will showcase to you how the number of jobs for that particular term or that particular word keyword have grown over the last few years. So if you put in data science in inverted quotes, this is the kind of graph you'll see. So it's been a steadily increasing graph for the last 4 years, and we expect this to increase even further going forward. Now, this is the global data, right? What can data scientists expect to earn in India? At the entry level, you get 6 to 8 lakhs per annum. If you are probably someone with 3 to 5 years of experience, be that in any relevant field, you can expect 15 to 25 lakhs per annum. And senior advisors are basically people who have more than 6 or 7 years of experience. They can expect anything about 25 plus lakhs per annum. So this is one of the highest paying fields as far as India is concerned, and there's a lot of potential in terms of the salaries increasing going forward over the next couple of years. So there's a huge shortage of trained or skilled or experienced data scientists in this country, and demand is growing every day. So the amount of salaries that companies are ready to pay is skyrocketing. Every 6 months, there is a significant increase in the amount of salaries that companies are paying. We recently did a study with Analytics India magazine called the Analytics and Data Science India Job Study 2017, where we looked at all the job related data in data science and analytics. And this is the kind of graph you see in the number of monthly job openings from 2014 to 2017. Over the last 1.5 years, 2 years, this number of jobs has just increased tremendously. And today there are over 50,000 job openings in India in the world of data science, which has to be filled over the next, I would say, 9 to 12 months. And we expect these number of job openings to double every year, at least for the next 2 to 3 years, which is again going to create a huge demand supply gap as far as data scientists is concerned. Uh, so what are the kind of, which cities have the maximum number of jobs, which kind of tools have the maximum number of jobs? So as per our study, we found that Bangalore is one of the top creators of jobs in this industry, right? Followed by the NCR region, that is the Delhi capital region, then followed by Mumbai, Hyderabad, Pune, Chennai, etc. So Bangalore, Delhi, Mumbai would probably account for almost what one could say is about uh, close to 60% of the job openings in this industry. If we look at the number of job openings by the tools or the technologies, R and Python are the two most popular tools and technologies around India in terms of the number of job openings. So almost 38% of the job openings are looking for R. Almost 30% of job openings are looking for Python, and that is followed by tools like Hadoop, SAS, Spark, Tableau, etc. Just kindly hold on to your questions. I'll just be starting the Q&A session soon. So which are the companies hiring in data science? So today, and let me first put up a disclaimer that what you see in front of you is not an exhaustive list. This is just an indicative kind of names in each industry, and these are just some of the industries that we could manage to fit in here. So across the board in the entire IT industry, companies are hiring like anything for data science roles, right? Companies like Accenture, Infosys, TCS, Wipro, etc. have multiple openings on a daily basis. And they're struggling to fill up these openings. They are really finding it difficult to find good skilled people in this industry. Then there is the analytics outsourcing or analytics consulting and outsourcing industry, where you have companies like Mu Sigma, Fractal Analytics, Absolute Data, Latent View, etc., which do only analytics consulting work, and they have huge number of people now working for them, increasing at a very very fast rate every year. Then the KPOs like Genpact, WNS, EXL services also have large analytics teams, and they are also pretty keen to, move further into this field, hire more and more people, and that is where again you'll find multiple job openings from these companies on a daily basis. The retail industry is a very large, I would say, user of analytics given the amount of data they generate. And that is where companies like Target, Walmart, Tesco, all the global large retailers actually have their data science teams sitting in India, in Bangalore and Delhi. Consulting companies like PwC, KPMG, EY, Deloitte, etc., they are all our clients, and we know them, we know their requirements, we know how much they are hiring. So again, a lot of their strategy consulting work is now, a lot of it is based on data, analyzing data, data science, etc. And hence they are creating large number of and they are creating large teams in this area too. Then you, of course, have various other industries and corporates within those industries like telecom, financial services, healthcare. Financial services is one of the largest users of data science across the world, and most number of jobs are created by this industry as far as data science is concerned. Healthcare is a pretty nascent and very interesting sector as far as data science is concerned, and even hospitals are using data science these days. The e-commerce and social media sector, now that is, for them, data science is their bread and butter. All the internet related startups, the mobile app startups, e-commerce companies, social media companies. They are they are, I would say, some of the pioneers in data science also. A lot of the interesting advances in technology in data science actually comes up from companies like Amazon and Google and Facebook and Twitter, LinkedIn, etc. So they are some of the pioneers, and for them, data science is equivalent to their bread and butter. So before I, start off with the questions and answers, just a few testimonials that you can go through on your screen. And I'll now open up the floor for any questions that you guys may have, and I'll be happy to answer that. Just a few things, while you ask your questions. All of you will need to put in your questions into the questions box, right, in text, and I will take up these questions one by one as they come up. Okay. So please be patient. If your question is not answered, do not put in your question, do not post your question again and again. Just be patient. I will come to your question and answer it in the order that it is listed. And kindly don't leave the session till your question is answered, right? So feel free to ask any of your questions now, and I'll be happy to answer them. Uh, so I'll take up Debashish Chakrabarti's question first. Debashish, your question is, can data science be a layoff-proof career? Well, Debashish, there is no career in this world which is layoff-proof. But to be very frank and to be honest, at least for the next 10 to 15 years, this sector is on a secular growth path. There is a lot of demand for trained and skilled professionals, and that is not going to come down over the next 10 years at least. So when there is a shortage of people in this industry, definitely companies are not going to lay off anyone in this industry, at least for the next 10 years. So you can say it is a layoff proof career for the next 10 years. After that, of course, for each and every industry in this world, growth rates come down, and then it depends on how things actually pan out. But for the next 10 to 15 years, just don't worry about it. Vijay, your question is, do you provide job assistance as well? Absolutely, Vijay. So we provide career assistance to all our successful students who complete the course. We help you with your resume preparation. We help you with your interview preparation. We'll help you with your job hunt also. Companies do come to us looking for people from time to time. We will send across your CVs to them if you're interested in applying for that opportunity. Right. So for anyone who has this question on, do we provide job assistance or career assistance? The answer is yes, we do. Rohit, your question is, what do we learn in machine learning techniques? Okay. So Rohit, let me quickly bring up that slide for you where we had the curriculum. I guess you can see it in on your screen now, right? So we'll be training you on a lot of things which are related to machine learning, like feature engineering, generalized linear models, the techniques, tree-based techniques, support vector machines, k-nearest neighbors, random forests, bagging and boosting algorithms, text mining, and creating interactive data products using Git and Bokeh. So you're going to learn machine learning right from the basics onwards, learn all the important techniques which are available in machine learning, and also later on understand how to actually create interactive machine learning products. Tanvi, your question is, do we have a tie-up with Accenture? Tanvi, we don't have a tie-up with any company as such. No company really ties up with an institute on a permanent basis, right? So what does happen is that companies like Accenture or TCS or Cognizant, they do come to us looking for people, but it's not an official tie-up as such. Meher, your question is, what is the qualification one should have to learn data science? Should it be BTech or any degree? So Meher, the point is, as long as you have a degree, preferably in a quantitative field, that is good enough. right? It could be a BSc degree, it could be an MSc degree, it could be a BTech, BE, MTech, any kind of degree. As long as it's in a quantitative field, that's great. Having said that, there are a lot of people from a commerce background also who learn data science and get jobs in this industry. So right now the situation is such that anyone and everyone is welcome, as long as they are able to demonstrate the appropriate skill sets in data science. Swarnali, your question is, I am belonging to a non-IT background. How helpful will it be for me for a job call? And I have extensive experience in non-IT field as I'm an electrical engineer. So Swarnali, there is nothing like you have to be in IT to enter data science. There is no such relation at all. A lot of people working in data science today have no background in IT at all, right? So that is something you really don't need to worry about. People from things like a mechanical engineering or a civil engineering, or people with a physics degree or economics degree or statistics degree, etc., all of them are recruited in data science, even commerce graduates. Sujit, your question is, you have 6+ years experience in BI. How will this boost your career? So Sujit, if you're working in BI, it is absolutely necessary for you to upskill yourself into data science because you are at the doorstep of data science. By upskilling yourself from BI to data science, one is your salary will increase significantly. Two, the kind of work that you will be doing will be far more, relevant to corporates going forward. Today, corporates across the board, across industries, have a lot of people doing their BI work, right? But what they are more interested in is predicting the future, which is where data science comes in. BI can only tell you what happened in the past or is happening right now. Data science will tell you what is going to happen in the future, which is what companies are interested in. And hence, for you, it is absolutely necessary that you move into data science. Vijay, your question is, any basic knowledge of programming is needed for this platform, any age limit? Okay, as far as programming knowledge is concerned, not really. We are going to teach you all these tools like RSAS and Python from the basics onwards. So you don't need to come with a programming background. As far as an age limit, well, I mean, from our side, there's no age limit. But yes, companies would definitely consider at what level of experience you are at the moment, especially if you have more than 15 years of experience. Devashish, your question is, considering job prospects in next 5 to 10 years, will big data Hadoop be more in demand compared to data science? Not exactly, Devashish. Both of these things go hand in hand. So big data Hadoop is more on the data engineering or IT part of data science, whereas what we call as data science is more of the analytics aspect or the analysis aspect. So both go in hand in hand, where data engineers and Hadoop developers are also going to be required to store, process, and manage huge amounts of data, and you'll also require data scientists to analyze all that data. So there's not really going to be that one area is going to increase significantly more than the other. Pratik, your question is, data science jobs are not limited to IT companies, right? So Pratik, as you would have seen in the kind of companies that we had listed out, I think out of the 8 industries we listed, there was just one industry which was called as IT. So obviously it is not limited to IT companies. Shashikant, your question is, the projects that you are providing and training, the data is real data from that specific industry or it is for learning? So Shashikant, you'll be, the projects that you will be working on are all real world projects. So you'll be working on large amount of data from that industry itself. Anshul, your question is, I'm a Unix admin with 5 years experience, but how should I plan and train myself to get a job, and what will be the industry expectations out of a person having 5 years experience but new to data science? So Anshul, I would say that having 5 years of experience is not really a hindrance at the moment. Definitely, when companies look at you, they would look at whether you have relevant experience to data science or not. In case you don't, they may offer you a role which may be a level lower than your current experience. But to be very honest, you should definitely take that, because the growth in data science industry is very, very good. Every year or so your salary will increase significantly. Every couple of years you will get a lot of growth in terms of your position, in terms of your role. So if you have to take up some short term pain by going into this industry at a lower level, I would say you should still do that, because the longer term gain far outweighs that. At least in terms of your salary, even if you join at a lower level, I don't think it will create much of an issue. And this is because, I'm saying this not because you have 5 years of experience, but because your experience is into Unix administration, which may not totally be relevant towards data science. Arijit, we have no physical classrooms, we have only online classes. And I think online classes is how this training is delivered in the best possible manner. Bhushan, your question is data science course useful for mechanical engineers as well? Absolutely, Bhushan. So we have people who have been mechanical engineers and who are currently working in data science. Abhishek, your question is, I'm a software professional having 9+ years experience in MS Stack. Do I need to start from the beginning? If I learn it through professional services, then what will be my chance in this area? So Abhishek, definitely you will not need to start from the beginning. You have more than 9+ years experience as a software professional, which is fairly relevant. Excuse me. And you can definitely enter this industry at a lateral level. The chances of getting a job in this industry are extremely bright given the kind of shortages which I have been talking about. Yes, obviously you will need to put in your efforts in terms of learning well, practicing well, working on the projects. Also, you will need to put in your efforts in terms of hunting for jobs. While we are here to help you, it doesn't mean that you have to be completely dependent on us. So the chances are good as long as you are there to help yourself too. Nidish, your question is, you are working in telecom field. Now you wish to change your career to data science. You don't have any IT background. Can you join the course? Absolutely, Nidish. Now, first and foremost, for all of you here, when you say you don't belong to an IT background, that's absolutely all right. When have we ever said that you need to come with an IT background? You don't need to come with an IT background. It is absolutely fine if you don't have an IT background. And many, many, many people in this industry don't have an IT background. Uh, Nidish, given the fact that telecom is a huge user of big data, data science, analytics, etc., there's a very good chance that your domain skills, your experience in this area will come in very handy, and you can actually look for jobs in the telecom field itself as far as data science is concerned. That will help you leverage your domain knowledge, domain experience, and also enable you to work in data science, at least for the initial couple of years. Vijay, your question is, do we need to have any relevant experience to start with this course and for jobs? So, Vijay, I think as I've already answered, relevant experience obviously is good, but if you don't have it, doesn't mean that your chances are extremely poor. Your chances are still good. So, don't worry about my experience is this or that. It is absolutely fine. Sajay, your question is, should we be too good at math statistics to become a good data scientist? The answer is, you don't need to be a good at maths right now, but or statistics right now. But through our course, what we aim to do is train you on all the relevant statistical and mathematical techniques so that you know and understand how to apply those techniques to solve business problems. You are not really expected to become a statistician or a mathematician. What you are expected to do is be able to solve business problems using these techniques. So you should be able to understand what is this technique about, where to use it, what kind of business problems to use it on, and how to use it. Apart from that, no one really expects you to start deriving mathematical or statistical formula and techniques and algorithm. That is not going to be the expectation. Meher, your question is currently you have 6 years of IT experience. After learning this course, can I modify recent 2 years with data science responsibilities and try for job? So Meher, first and foremost, never try to fake your CV. It is very, very easy for any recruiter to catch you if you fake your CV. The whole point is recruiters are pretty much open to hiring people who are trained in data science. While they obviously would love to hire people who are experienced in data science, it is very difficult for them to find such people, especially in the kind of volumes they require. Hence, the next best thing for them to do is hire trained and skilled professionals like yourself. So what you are going to do on your CV is you are going to put in all the skill sets that you have gained from this course. You are going to put in all the projects that you have worked on in this course, and that is where you are going to showcase your data science experience. You should not fake your experience. Tanvi, your question is BDAP a part of data science? Tanvi, can you just kindly elaborate on what exactly do you mean by BDAP? Vishal, your question is, can person from non-technical field go for this area? Does it require prior knowledge of programming? So Vishal, I think that question has already been adequately answered. We don't expect you to have any programming background, and it is fine if you come from a non-technical field also. Vijay, your question is how data science how data science is related to big data, and does Hadoop complement or compete with the technologies part of this course? So Vijay, in short, data science is the entire field of which big data can also be considered a part. So the area of big data deals with working with tremendous amounts of data which is very varied in formats, correct? So you'll be working with such huge amounts of data that you require specialized frameworks, which is where Hadoop comes into the picture. And all this is probably what we could call as the IT part of data science, which deals with the collection, storage, processing, and basic analysis of such huge amounts of unstructured data using Hadoop. So Hadoop is actually complementing the technologies that are part of data science by helping create and by helping in processing the data, which can eventually be analyzed. Right? So I hope that has answered your question, Vijay. Amit, we'll be sharing the recording of this session with you on email, and if you want, you can go through it on our website also. It will be available there. Avinash, your question is, I'm currently working in investment bank and 10 years of experience in legacy technology AS400, which is mainframes. However, many banks want to get away with these legacy technologies. So how will this technique help me? Do I need to have any prerequisites in Java or anything? I'm very good in my legacy technology in SQL, so will the course help me as well? Okay. So Avinash, you are very correct in saying that many banks want to do away with mainframes. And that is where, what are mainframes? Mainframes are also technology which is used to store and process and analyze some amount of data. Maybe not analyze, but at least store and process huge amounts of data. Now, Hadoop is a technology which is fast replacing mainframes everywhere around this world. That is because Hadoop typically manages to, store much larger amounts of data and process much larger amounts of data in a much, much shorter time than mainframes can ever. Also, Hadoop is a free and open source system which works on commodity hardware. So it does not require, specialized hardware like mainframes. So doing away with mainframes really enables companies to shorten the time it takes to analyze their data and reach business decisions. And secondly, it helps them save a lot of money. So that is where a lot of companies around this world are replacing mainframes with things like Hadoop. Now, as far as you are concerned, obviously, you have a lot of experience in mainframes, and this can be very relevant if you want to work in the world of big data, because you have been working in an area of data storage and data processing. For you, it would be not really a shift in terms of your career path, but a shift in terms of the technology that you are learning or you are going to work on. So Hadoop and big data, that would be the right, course for you to take. We have a course called as a Wiley Certified Big Data Expert. Please take a look at it on our website. I'll also put in the link here so you can go through it anytime you want, right? Otherwise, it's also available on our website www.advancer.in. So I'm putting in the link to the course here. Feel free to go through it in detail, Avinash. Shankar, your question is, would data science help me as an automotive engineer? How big is data science in the automotive industry? So Shankar, I what I would say is that automotive industry is just kind of starting to wake up to data science. This is as far as India is concerned. I'm not talking about global car manufacturers. Uh, at least as far as India is concerned, a lot of the automotive companies have started implementing data science in their business over the last 1 to 1.5 years. And they are growing or looking to grow these practices in their business very, to much larger extents. Now, if I talk about global car manufacturers, then, or global automotive companies, then companies like Ford or what I would say um, Bosch, etc. They have their data science teams actually located in India itself. So many of these global automotive companies are also setting up their data science centers of excellence in India, and that is something where you would be very apt to enter. Indian companies like Tata Motors, Mahindra and Mahindra, Maruti, as I said, have started implementing data science over the last 1.5 years. And again, a very good place. I mean, I would say you are at a very good time and place to enter into those companies as a data scientist. You'll be entering an industry which is just starting to boom, Shankar. And that is where, entering at this point of time makes a lot of sense. Prashant, your question is it possible to learn data science without mathematics for a non-mathematics student? Absolutely, Prashant. As I said, we are not making you mathematicians here. We are going to train you on the concepts, and then we are going to showcase to you how best to implement those techniques and for what kind of business problems and what to look out for, when to do it, etc. So we are training you on the applied aspects of, maths or stats. We are not training you on the theoretical aspects. Shashikant, your question is what are the predictive techniques we are going to learn in SAS? So you are going to learn all the predictive analytics techniques which are mentioned here on the slide, which are done in R. You are also going to do them in SAS, except for time series forecasting. All the other techniques you are also going to learn in SAS. Sorry, I just, yeah. Just hang on there while I, come back to your questions, guys. Just 1 second. Right. Um, Sorry. Lisha, your question is there a separate course available for data analyst or does this cover the same? So Lisha, I mean, you call it data analysis, you call it business analytics, you call it data science. Eventually it refers to one and the same thing, right? So this course covers the entire aspect of data analytics, which is what you'll probably be looking for. Rohit, your question is you have mentioned that we will have lifetime access to study material. Does that include self-paced video in case we enroll for online based course? Yeah, absolutely, Rohit. So even if you enroll for the online classes, you will get access to all the recorded videos of your batch and also a previous batch for your lifetime, right? So whether you enroll for online or self-paced, it doesn't matter. You will still get access to the recordings. Indrajit, your question is can you brief a daily workday of a data scientist? Okay. Well, Indrajit, I mean, a daily workday is not always going to be the same every day. Every day you'll be doing something new to an extent. But let's say, through the day, what you'll be doing is one, let's start off with let's start off a data science project itself, right? And then take you through how a data science project actually works. And then you'll understand how your days will progress across that project. So companies will typically come to you with a very small or short business problem, right? It could be just a one line business problem, something like our sales have started declining for XYZ product. Help us out. As simple as that. Now, as a data scientist or a data science consultant, it is your job to take this business problem, understand it very well, understand the domain which this company works in, the industry the company works in, understand the business of this company very well, and then convert that business problem to various analytics problems, right? What kind of analytics problems are you going to solve through the analysis of data? Then, for when you have those analytics problems in hand, then you will understand what data you will require to reach a solution to those analytics problems. So then you will, figure out whether that data is already available or not. If it is available, you'll extract all the data from the systems where it is stored. If it is not available, you'll put up processes and systems to actually collect that data. Once you have all the relevant data in hand, then data in real world is absolutely messy, unclean, what we call as dirty. So you need to clean that dirty data to make it suitable for analysis, right? So you'll undertake various techniques to actually clean up that data and make it suitable for analysis. And when we say dirty data, what we mean is, data may have missing values, data may have incorrect values, data may have very, very large or very, very small values which really don't match the, factor involved. Uh, Data may be in various formats. A lot of disparate data may need to be joined together. Data may need to be brought out from various sources. So a lot of things need to be done to get the perfect data for analysis. Once you have that good clean data in hand, then you need to obviously figure out in the meantime what kind of analysis to do on it, what kind of techniques to use so that you can reach a solution to the analytics problems. Then you will create various models, machine learning models or predictive analytics models, where you'll be working on tools like R, SAS. You'll be applying your statistical and machine learning knowledge to create those models. Those models will give you certain insights which will be in technical form. Then you will take those insights, convert them back into business knowledge and business understanding, and create a solution for your client to be able to solve this problem. So when you create a model, it will give you an answer to your analytics problems. That analytics solution you need to convert back into a business solution. So that's how your day will progress. And obviously, once you have the business solution in place, you'll implement it, and post implementation you'll monitor it. You'll see whether your model is performing well or not. uh, if it is not performing well, you'll make changes. You'll keep updating it with fresh data as it comes up. So this is how a data science project typically will work, and that is how your days will progress. Satyajit, your question is how data science is connected to Hadoop and big data, and are we going to learn that as part of this course? So, Satyajit, we have a separate course on Hadoop and big data. It's not part of this course. And as I have explained earlier, Hadoop and big data relates more to the data engineering or IT part of data science. It deals more with the storage and processing and basic analysis of huge amounts of unstructured data, which can then be passed on to the analytics guys to analyze it using these predictive analytics or machine learning techniques. Amit, your question is, I'm a mainframe developer with 9 years of experience. How will it help me? So, Amit, if you're keen to shift your career away from a dying technology like mainframes into a fast-growing technology like data science and big data, then absolutely these courses will help you gain the skills necessary to make that shift in your career. Shrikant, your question is, I'm having 4+ years of experience in Oracle DBA. May I know how it will help me if I move to data science? So Shrikant, you have about 4 years experience in database administration. Uh, Probably this is something where your growth will be very, very limited, right? So you need, if you really want your career to grow at a faster pace, then data science is what you should be looking at. And given that you have 4 years of experience working with databases, that knowledge will definitely come into handy when you are working in the world of data science, especially when it comes to, extracting data, transforming it, the ETL part of data science. That is where your experience will come into handy, Shrikant. Swarnali, your question is, what certificate will I get from the course, and do the companies ask for IT experience in background or just the degree? And while learning on the course, can I expect calls? So Swarnali, we will be providing you Edvancer certification, which is the Certified Data Science Specialization certificate. And as I said earlier, it is highly recognized and valid in the industry. So with that certificate, you can surely expect some interview calls. As far as IT experience in your background is concerned, I have actually answered this question many times. You don't require any IT experience. Uh, Abhay, your question is, how long will it take for one to get a job? And you have 1 year experience in SQL Server and Power BI. So, Abhay, it's not a question of how long it will take you to get a job. It also depends on, some aspects of luck factor, and obviously how much effort you also put in terms of being prepared for interviews, how much effort you put in also in terms of your job hunt. So we have people who have got a job a month after completing the course, and we have people who have, given multiple interviews over 6, 8 months and then got the job. So it really depends on person to person. There's no set, pattern here. And your 1 year experience in SQL Server and Power BI will be highly relevant towards data science. So I would urge you to definitely do this course. Debashish, your question is, will you be assisting in acquiring a SaaS certification? Debashish, we can definitely help you out if you need a SaaS certification. But as such, SaaS certifications are not that highly valued in the industry anymore, especially if the job requires you to know R or Python. A SaaS certification may not be that useful. Ajay, your question is, did fresher get a good job after data science? Absolutely, Ajay. Many freshers get really good jobs after completing this course. We have had freshers who have got three, job offers after doing this course also. So don't worry about being a fresher. Satyajit, your question is, having 10+ years of experience, what are the challenges or expectation from recruiters as this technology is still new to us? So Satyajit, with 10+ years of experience, obviously recruiters will be looking towards you to take up more of a leadership role, a more of a managerial role, or at least a kind of, consultant and solution provider role. You're not going to be the one who's going to work hands-on in terms of solving, creating the statistical models or the machine learning models. But you are the one who's going to be advising the clients, who's going to be, figuring out what their business issues and problems are, communicating the same to the data scientists, again, creating solutions based on the insights created by the data scientists, and managing an entire team. So that is the kind of expectation, recruiters will have from you. And if you have that kind of background, definitely you'll stand a good chance. Indrajit, your question is, how do I know this is the right career for me? Okay. So Indrajit, as far as a right career is concerned, it obviously will depend on your outlook as to what is your outlook for your career. What are your likes, dislikes? What is your aptitude for? If you are interested, in problem solving, if you are interested in, analyzing data, if you are interested in working with various new tools and technologies, if you are interested in, I would say, if you are able to handle large amounts of data and not get scared by maths or stats or huge amounts of numbers and data, then this is a good career for you. If any of these things, are something which don't interest you at all, then this may not be the right career for you. Prashant, your question is, you have done your VBA. Can you start with SAS and R? Absolutely, Prashant. You can start with R and SAS also. Srinivas, no, big data Hadoop skills are not mandatory for data science. Not at all. Saikat, your question is how to start a career in data science for a person who already has 6+ years experience in BFSI operations and currently holds a managerial position. Okay. So, Saikat, you first of all have a good amount of domain experience in BFSI, especially in operations. Now, BFSI is one of the largest recruiters of data scientists, and that is where your domain experience and knowledge will come into handy when you are looking for a job. So, my advice to you, Saikat, would be to look for a data science or an analytics position in the BFSI industry itself, so that you can leverage your background, your experience, and and gain a career in data science at the same time. Now, the point is, if you're looking to shift domains, etc., it would be two issues. One, you'll be new to data science. Two, you'll be new to the domain also. So that is where a recruiter may hesitate. But if apply for jobs in BFSI industry, then the recruiter at least knows that you come with a lot of BFSI background and domain knowledge. You may be new to data science, but that is fine, right? So at least one thing should be relevant for a recruiter to hire you. Kanan, your question is, what is the potential in Indian market? There are not much data storage process in India other than government institutions. So Kanan, yes, as with every new technology and new field, the Indian market tends to wake up late and start late. But once it has woken up, it does tend to move fast on a lot of these, new technologies. So as far as data science is concerned, while obviously the Western countries were the first movers, but now almost each and every Indian large company at least is looking at data science very, very closely, and also many companies and corporates are implementing data science within their own business. So definitely the future is bright in terms of very good amount of growth coming up in this area as far as Indian companies are concerned. Swarnali, we'll be sharing the video link. You can go through the video again. We won't be able to share the PPT at the moment. Pratik, your question is difference between big data analytics and data analytics. Okay. So Pratik, the difference between big data analytics and data analytics is largely the difference between unstructured data and structured data. If you guys don't know what is unstructured data, it is basically data which does not fit into a regular, database management system. It is huge amounts of data which is very varied in format. When we think of data, we tend to think of data in the form of numbers. But unstructured data, which forms a large proportion of the total data in this world, is not necessarily just numbers. It could be any kind of data. It could be text, it could be audio, it could be video data, it could be any kind of data. And it is in huge quantities. So when we talk about big data analytics, we are talking about analyzing unstructured data also, using specialized frameworks like Hadoop. And when we talk about data analytics, we are talking mainly about analyzing structured data. Swarnali, your question is, what is the range of salary expectation I can get in this career? So Swarnali, I think we already showcased, the kind of salaries. I'll just bring up that slide. Sorry. Yeah, right here. So on your screen in front of you, you'll see the range of salaries that you can probably look at. Prashant, you are a sales professional. You want to change your field. Is it possible in data science? So, Prashant, we have had people in the past from a sales background getting into data science also. Just take a look at the success stories on our website. Rohit, your question is, while learning on tools like R, SAS, etc., do we have any virtual lab where we can get the practical exposure on the usage of these tools? So Rohit, you actually don't need a virtual lab which would have a restricted access. All these tools can be downloaded and installed on your own system so that you have 24 by 7 lifetime access to all these tools. We'll provide you all the data sets, etc., to work with, and you can download those data sets also. So R and Python are both free and open source tools. You can download them anytime and use them anytime you want. SAS, which is a commercial software, also has its own free learning version, which is what we'll be using in the course. And that also you can download and install on your system. Or if you want, you can use it online too for free. Ajay, your question is, you have 3 years relevant experience in electrical engineering. If you do this course, what will be the lowest salary package because you are fresher in this field? So, the lowest salary package would be in the region of about 5 lakhs, Ajay. Vijay, your question is, I am a tech architect in Java, J2EE, working in BFSI. I have 12 plus years of experience and I am earning around 17 lakhs per annum. Will this course benefit me? Absolutely, Vijay. So, you are a tech architect in Java, J2EE, you have 12 plus years of experience, and what you are earning right now is 17 lakhs per annum. Anyone with your experience and working in data science would probably be getting at least 35 lakhs per annum. Even if you just look at our Hadoop and big data course, Vijay, that itself will take you to a salary of 30 to 35 lakhs per annum. So, this course and this entire field will benefit you significantly. So, Saimendra, your question is, what is the curriculum fees? So, Saimendra, I think let me again bring up that slide for you too so that you can look at the fee. Right here are the course details on your screen. Shrikant, you have 4 plus years of experience. I think, okay, I answered your question, Shrikant, but let me say that, out of the courses, data science will be more useful for you, Shrikant. Ajay, your question is Hadoop or big data analysis the same? So Ajay, Hadoop is the framework which is used to undertake big data analysis, right? Hadoop is not a language, it is not a tool. It is a software framework which contains various tools within it. So using those tools is how you do big data analysis. Avinash, your question is, as you mentioned, for me, big data Hadoop training will be more relevant, but shall I need to go through the data analytics course before, or will it be more helpful to go through analytics class followed by big data Hadoop, which is IT part of it? So, Avinash, actually, what you can do is, while it is not necessary that you go through one before the other, but if you are interested in both these aspects, then feel free to do the analytics part first and then Hadoop later on if you feel the need to do so, right? But there is no dependency on each other as such. Rohit, your question is, if you have mentioned this is combination of 3 courses, can you just name them once again, please? Okay, so Rohit, this is a combination of our data analyst with SQL course, which is a self-paced course only. Then the certified business analytics professional with R and SAS course, and the certified data scientist with Python course, which is where you learn machine learning. Nidhish, yes, you'll be getting the recording. You'll also find it on our website. So this would probably be something, probably after a couple of hours after this class ends. Jaya, your question is, you have 6 plus years of experience in IT with Java technology. That's great. Should I go for data engineering, as you said, big data, Hadoop, etc., or for data analysis course mentioned in this webinar? So Jaya, I would suggest you go in for the big data and Hadoop program, right? So that will be more relevant to your skill sets. In fact, you are working in Java, and a lot of people with a Java background get preference in the Hadoop developer position. So for you, it will be very easy to get into big data and Hadoop jobs. Satyajit, your question is, isn't neural networks, NLP, deep learning part of the data science course? Not at the moment, Satyajit. No, they are not part of this course. We get people from very varied backgrounds doing this course, and aspects like neural nets and deep learning are fairly complex, which is not everyone's cup of tea, right? So we have kept it separately, and we'll have a separate course on it soon. Joseph, your question is, when compared with a security analyst, how do you see the career growth? Which will be better? So Joseph, I don't have a background in terms of security analysis, so I won't be really be able to comment on this as to what is better and what is not better. But suffice to say, I mean, I have expertise on the data science side, and I know that the career growth in this industry is really, really good. Ajay, your question is, did anyone do combo courses? Not sure what you mean by this question, Ajay. Can you elaborate? Swarnali, your question is, how are the opportunities abroad? Swarnali, the opportunities abroad are equally good as they are in India, especially countries like US, UK, Germany, Singapore. There are lots and lots of opportunities for people in data science. In fact, a lot of the shortage is over there also, and that is where a lot of the work is getting outsourced to India, right? So most of the work that companies today do in data science is for companies outside India. Arijit, your question is, what is the difference between Six Sigma and data science? Okay, so Arijit, Six Sigma largely deals with the quality data. It deals with analyzing quality related data, and that too using very basic statistics. Data science is far more advanced and applicable across any kind of industry sector, any kind of data. So it is not restricted to quality or something like that. So I would say Six Sigma is a very small subset of data science. Satyajit, your question is, as per the course curriculum is concerned, how is it better, different than other courses available in the market? So first of all, Satyajit, there are very few courses which will offer you a comprehensive package of SQL, R, SAS, Python, machine learning, predictive analytics in one kind of course. Secondly, as you would have seen, and I have kind of harped on again and again, is the practical aspect of our courses. 20 case studies and 9 projects is something that no other institute will ever provide you as far as such a course is concerned. Third, the kind of faculty that you will be learning from. I have earlier itself said that I am proud to say some of the best faculty work with Edvancer, and that is absolutely true. The kind of faculty you will be learning from, they have great amount of experience, and they'll be sharing their experience with you. They'll be teaching you in an absolutely industry oriented manner. So when you actually go to interviews and start answering questions in interviews, many of these aspects will actually come out in the interview, and that is something which will prove to be very impressive for the interviewer. Third, in terms of the pricing, etc., you can do your own comparisons, and you will find that we are one of the most cost-effective courses available in the market. Vijay, yeah, your question is, thanks a lot. Looking forward to join the course. But as you answered to my previous question, should I go for big data course or this data science course? So Vijay, to be very honest, it would really depend on your interest and career outlook also. So if you want, just kind of give us a call. I'm sorry, I haven't really shared our contact details with you guys. So let me share that very quickly. So you'll find our contact details on the slide in front of you. Feel free to give us a call, and our counselors will help you in understanding which course would work best for you. Avinash, your question is if I opt for self-paced training and have doubts, will I get faculty support too? Absolutely, Avinash. So, as I said, even in the self-paced program, we provide faculty support through our forum and through emails and scheduled calls. So, you'll be getting all kinds of support that you need as far as, the course is concerned. Sujit, your question is there any practical lab support provided as part of this course? So, Sujit, as I said, all these tools are downloadable and installable on your own system. You don't need any labs as such. We'll be providing you the data sets to work with, to practice, revise on for the assignments, for the projects, etc. So again, you don't need any lab as such, which would always have a restricted access, right? So everything you can do on your own system. All right, guys. Any further questions? And I'll be happy to take them up. So I'm just launching a small poll on the screen in front of you. Just put in your response by clicking on the option, and that will record your response. Just interested in the numbers as such. Kanan, your question is what is the startup potential in this area? So there's a huge, there are many, many, many startups already working in the area of data science, machine learning, AI, etc. And all of them are looking to solve specific different kinds of problems. So the number of problems and the kind of problems that can be solved by data science and machine learning are huge. All you need to do is think of a problem to solve and how data science can be applied there, and you can actually create a product for it, right? And have your own startup in that. So lots and lots of potential. This is a new technology, new field, and the potential is just sky high at the moment. Nidish, what are the minimum system requirements for doing practicals? So, Nidish, as such, R and Python won't have any major requirements. If you want to install SAS on your system, you'll require a minimum of an i3 processor and 4 GB of RAM. Right. So if you have at least an i3 processor and 4 GB of RAM, you'll be able to install SAS on your system. Otherwise, you can use SAS online. R and Python should be okay as long as you have a computer or a laptop which is not more than 3 years or 4 years old. Ashwin, your question is with respect to big data and Hadoop, how much amount of analysis is possible as compared to data analytics, data science? So Ashwin, even in Hadoop, there are many libraries, machine learning libraries called as Mahout, where you can do machine learning. But Hadoop requires a lot of, I would say, coding and programming involved. Whereas tools like R, SAS, and Python, or at least R and SAS, are specifically meant for data analysis. And hence, the amount of coding that is required in R and SAS is much, much lower than what it would be required if you are working on Hadoop. So while you can do pretty much a lot of the analysis and analytics using Hadoop also, it becomes a cumbersome process and it becomes a harder process versus using tools like R and SAS or Python. Sujit, SAS provides its free learning version called as SAS University Edition, which is what is free, and you'll be using it during the course. It is a almost a full-fledged version, and what is important is that you are learning the SAS language here, and whether you use the free learning version or you use the paid commercial version, the language remains the same. I hope most of you guys have entered your option as far as the poll is concerned. Those who have not, just quickly do so. I'll be ending the poll in another 20 seconds. Any further questions, guys? All right, I'm closing the poll now. Thank you so much for your responses. And yeah, if there are no further questions, feel free to exit the session. Thank you all for being here, and thank you for being patient enough to listen to me. I look forward to all of you joining our courses coming up. Feel free to get in touch with us for any questions or requirements that you may have. All right. Thank you so much.